Although Crete is an island, it contains as many must-see attractions as a complete nation. There is a lot to see on Greece's largest island, from the vivid historical beauty of Hania to the extremely significant monastery at Moni Preveli. Today we'll list the top 10 tourist destinations in Crete. Number 10. Chania, one of Crete's must-sees. Chania, in the center of the island, is one of the beautiful towns on Crete in large part due to its former Venetian harbor, which is topped by a lighthouse from the 15th century. You can feel the town's unique atmosphere as you wander through its maze of winding narrow streets and historic Venetian, Ottoman, and Jewish districts. Chania offers the ideal location for a vacation, with its beaches, a variety of restaurants, and a lively nightlife, in addition to learning about its history and visiting its museums. The Samaria Gorge, located at a height of over 1,200 meters in the center of the White Mountains, is Europe's longest gorge, and Chania is a great place to start exploring it. Number 9. Crete's southwest beaches. Starting with a long drive over the highlands and down to the unique tiny port town of Hora Sfakion, the adventure to Crete's greatest beaches begins. Panorama vistas of the Libyan Sea highlight the rocky Cretan coast in all its filigreed beauty as you loop around bend after bend. Cubs that surround lovely little beaches and are frequently backed by a modest settlement with waterfront restaurants stretch off into the distance. Head straight towards Lautro, Agios Nikolaos, Hora, and Elafanisi, which is known for its pinkish-white sands and the offshore islet covered in dunes. Most of these beaches are reachable by automobile, but it's preferable to board one of the coastal ferries, which run from May to September and make it simple to go from one area of sand to next. Number 8. Samaria Gorge. One of the most amazing experiences you can have in Crete is hiking the Samaria Gorge. The Samaria Gorge is the longest and most renowned gorge in Europe, spanning 16 kilometers from the Omelos Plateau to the Libyan Sea. It is a natural marvel that showcases breathtaking views of rocky mountains, verdant forests, and sparkling streams. The hike takes about 4 to 6 hours, depending on your speed and fitness level. You will walk through the Iron Gates, the narrowest part of the gorge where the walls are only 4 meters apart, and visit the deserted village of Samaria, where the locals used to reside until 1962. You will also encounter various wildlife such as Crete, which is the endangered Cretan goat, eagles, and vultures. The hike ends at the coastal village of Agios Nikolaos, where you can unwind on the beach and enjoy a refreshing swim in the sea. The Samaria Gorge is a must-see for anyone who loves nature and hiking. It is a demanding but rewarding experience that will leave you with lasting memories. Number 7. Moniarcadio. When Ottoman troops forcefully attempted to put down island-wide revolts in 1866, a large number of local men, women, and children left their homes and sought refuge in this mountaintop monastery. Completely encircled, the villagers decided against surrendering and instead destroyed a cache of explosives, which also killed over 2,000 Turkish soldiers. Today, the location serves as a potent symbol of the Cretan spirit and Greece's struggle for independence. The sad events of the siege are remembered through exhibits, statues, and monuments. The Venetian church from the monastery's 16th century has been maintained and is a beautiful sight with sparkling furnishings and sacred icons. The old wine cellar, where the villagers' gunpowder was kept, should not be missed. Number 6. Ballas Beach. When visiting Crete, you must visit the well-known Ballas Beach, also known as Ballas Lagoon. It is situated around 90 minutes to the west of Chania and is regarded as one of Crete's most stunning beaches. It's tough to resist taking a dip in the gorgeous stretch of shallow turquoise waters that the lagoon has to offer. The scene is genuinely spectacular and wonderful, bordered by a lovely beach with fine sands of pink colors, Cape Tegani in the distance, and an overview of the island of Gramvusa. Number 5. Prevelly Beach. Prevelly Beach is regarded as one of Crete's most breathtaking beaches. It is situated on the southern shore, overlooking the Libyan Sea, at the mouth of a small river and surrounded on both sides by high cliffs. This beach is an excellent day trip destination and is easily accessible from the north coast via good roads. However, keep in mind that you must first walk 30 minutes down a rock pathway from the parking lot. It might not look difficult, but it will be more difficult to climb back up in the hot afternoon sun, so wear comfortable shoes and make plans. Prevelly Beach is also accessible by boat from the close Plakias. Combine a visit here with a stop at the close Prevelli Monastery if you are out sightseeing for the day. After that, have lunch at Plakias and enjoy some traditional Greek cuisine. Number 4. Agios Nikolaos. Agios Nikolaos, a pre-tiny settlement on the north coast of eastern Crete, located about 65 kilometers east of Heraklion and is surrounded by lovely beaches and has views across gorgeous Mirabello Bay. Compared to towns like Chania, it feels much less obviously a tourist destination. The many beachfront cafes and restaurants along Lake Wilismini and the port area nearby, which offers views of the sea, are highlights of any trip to this location. A walk around the point from the port to Kitraplacha Beach passes through 2 renowned statues and offers breathtaking views of the high mountains of eastern Crete across Mirabello Bay. You can also travel into the mountains to the hillside village of Crete, where local artists sell custom-made things like leather goods, ceramics, and hand-woven rugs. Both of these destinations are close to Agios Nikolaos. Visit the tiny Panagia Kira, Our Lady of Kira, church on the route to Crete to take in the magnificent Byzantine frescoes. Elegant beachfront hotels and villas may be found in Alaunda not far from Agios Nikolaos. You can take a trip out to Alaunda and look across the water at the island's ruins, Spinalonga, which was once used as a leper colony. The majority of visitors get to the island via boat, which departs from the harbor in Agios Nikolaos. Number 3. Heraklion. The capital of the island is Heraklion, which is a welcome surprise for first-timers. The old town is a maze of charming pedestrian-only streets packed with boutiques and cafes. Large trees offer plenty of shade in the squares, where you can spend hours enjoying coffee at an outdoor cafe. The natural starting point for a trip to Knossos and a tour of central Crete is Heraklion. The Venetians, who ruled Crete from 1204 to 1669, gave it, along with many other of the island's most beautiful coastal villages, its current layout. During this time, the island's culture flourished, producing artists like El Greco from Fadal, close to Heraklion. The famous 20th century poet Nikos Kazantzakis, who wrote Zorba the Greek in 1946, was also a native of Heraklion. His tomb is located inside the old town walls. Heraklion, which has an international airport, 5 kilometers east of town, and a ferry port with service to Piraeus, the port in Athens, as well as a number of other Greek islands, is where many tourists begin their journey. Santorini can also be reached by day trip from Heraklion. Number 2. Prevelli Monastery. The 17th century Prevelli Monastery, located close to a mountain's peak and providing stunning views over the Libyan Sea, is a pleasant day trip from nearby towns and cities like Rethymnon or Georgioupoli. The courtyards and terraces, the mountain spring, and the little air-conditioned museum with a variety of religious objects are all highlights. Many friendly kiddies are also there and ready to welcome guests. Entry to the monastery is allowed for a small fee, and modest clothing is required. If a woman's outfits doesn't reach past her knees, skirts are given. The beach resort of Plakias, which makes a great lunch stop, is only a short drive from the monastery. Another well-liked tourist destination in Crete is Prevelly Beach, which is not far from the monastery. It takes a little while to get to the beach, but if you don't want to walk all the way to the water's edge, you may just stop for a view of the beach and coast. Number 1. Crete Museums. Crete is a treasure trove of history and culture, and its museums reflect its rich heritage. Whether you are interested in ancient civilizations, Byzantine art, maritime history, or natural wonders, you will find something to fascinate you in one of the many museums on the island. Here are some of the most popular and impressive museums in Crete that you should not miss. First up, the Heraklion Archaeological Museum. This museum showcases the Minoan civilization that flourished in Crete from 3000 to 1100 BC. You can admire exquisite frescoes, pottery, jewelry, sculptures, and the famous Phaistos Dis, a clay tablet with mysterious symbols. There's also the Knossos Palace, the largest and most famous of the Minoan palaces. Knossos was the center of political and religious power in Crete. You can explore the complex labyrinth of rooms and corridors, decorated with colorful frescoes depicting scenes from Minoan life and mythology. Other notable museums are the Historical Museum of Crete and the Natural History Museum of Crete. That's all for today. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions regarding this, let us know in the comment section. Like and subscribe the video, and don't forget to hit the bell button.